Many people still think brute strength comes from eating protein, specifically meat protein. But a new documentary is turning the spotlight on the benefits of an all-plant diet and how adopting it can push you past previous limits. That doc is called The Game Changers.
There's one great scene in there with a urologist named Aaron Spitz, and they have these 3 young athletes, and they feed them a plant-based meal, and then they measure at night how frequently and how hard their erections are, and then they do a meat-based meal and do the same thing, and they found they had 300 to 500% more frequent erections and 10 to 15% harder after just one meal. Now, we've reported about this. Your brain gets less blood flow, your heart gets less blood flow if you eat a single high-fat, high-animal protein meal. And that, didn't really impress people so much. But when you show that your sexual organs, apparently the film crew became vegan after shooting this scene. I think that's going to change a lot of minds.
I think sort of embarrassing to talk about, but the tests that we did. So first we did 3 live experiments in the film. One was on the 3 members of the Miami Dolphins to look at blood flow, and you saw that, the difference that a single meal can make. And we thought to ourselves, I wonder if a single meal can affect sexual performance, in particular for men, erectile function. Sort of strange to talk about. So we found 3 willing college athletes from Orange County, near where James lives, who were willing to do this test. And the film, gets into a little more. But
you're trying to prove to men that, an all-plant diet gives you sustenance and power and vitality, I guess.
Yeah, and it only made sense, if we saw increased blood flow in the Miami Dolphins for athletics, that there might be increased blood flow to other areas of the body as well. So that was a pretty surprising thing to discover.
Got some exclusive info about The Game Changers, which is, when is it coming out? That's one thing I didn't ask you.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine.
This year for sure, right?
This year for sure. I know they're trying to get the right deal. They've had offers, from what I understand, but
the right distribution deal.
Yes. Yeah, the right distribution deal, because they want to reach the largest possible audience.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of the most recognizable figures and symbols of power, powerful men physically, is in this documentary. Were you going after him the whole time when you found out that he was going to participate? What did you think?
I mean, it's executively produced by James Cameron, and James Cameron and Arnold are good friends, and so it was a pretty natural extension. And Arnold had been researching this himself. And once you start doing the research, you'll come to the same conclusions, that eating more plants is better for performance. And so obviously it was exciting for Joseph and I to get Arnold in the film.
In a nutshell, why are you excited about this documentary?
I think it's going to change the world. I think this is going to be the movie that does it. Too many times in history there's been tipping points, and one event sways the general public in a direction that it wasn't before. And I think this movie is going to be one of them.
Yeah, there you go, Klaus.
Yeah.